So what are the details of my trading plan? This actually comes up quite often, and it was actually asked again earlier in my trading room. So I said, I'll make a video on it. So here's my trading plan. And as you see, it's nothing fancy. It's from a scrap piece of paper. I ripped it out of a binder and just wrote my trading plan down. And I crafted this one back on April 24th of this year. So I do updates on here, and you can see there's several little additions that I do as I'm progressing in my trading. And there might be things that I think of that I add on here. And I try to keep it simple, folks. I don't add a lot on there. The very first thing is what my risk management is. How much do I plan on risking per trading day? Is it 200 bucks, 500 bucks, 1,000 bucks? It's whatever you decide on as the maximum amount that you are willing to let your account drop before you say, you know what, I'm done for the day. I'll fight again tomorrow. I also have the same for the opposite side, which is the gains. A lot of times we might overtrade and you might get into that rhythm. You're doing really good. You're doing really good. You win a bunch of trades in a row. And then you take a couple questionable trades and give it all right back and then lose even more than what you started with. So for me, I like to cap out my gains just like I do in my losses. And I stop when I am content. So I set up, here's how much I'm comfortable making a day. Once I reach this level, I'm done for the day and I'll fight a new fight the next day. After that is all going to be just things to help me out. I sync the time on my browser and my operating system. So this way that there's everything synced up between the browser, the operating system, and then my trading platform. I also pick my strategy. I stick with the strategy I'm picking for my trade executions, and I'm following the rules without question. I set a maximum amount of trades because once again, you might overtrade. And if you're getting into that rhythm, and that could be either with wins or losses, you might say, I can turn this around, I can turn this around, or I can keep this going, I can keep this going. I set my limit of trades, whether it's up or down, whatever it is. I also have a rule. No trades are okay. If there's a condition where you're looking at the charts and you're like, I don't know what the heck is going on, or that's not a condition I really want to trade in, no trades are okay in my book. If it doesn't make sense, don't do it. That's actually the next rule. If it doesn't make sense, don't do it. I only take the trades that I feel confident in. If I'm doing my research, it makes sense to me. Those are going to be the trades that I'm going to be taking when I'm doing my trades. Also as well, I will not place a trade when I'm in bed. Sometimes I like to lay in bed and just look at my charts, and sometimes I might say, you know what, I want to place a trade. I have a hard-coded rule, don't do that, because, well, a lot of the times when I do that and I get greedy, I start skipping some of the other steps, and then I make mistakes, and that's when I lose. So I have a hard rule. I don't trade while I'm in bed. Another thing is I don't multitask. If I'm trading, I'm trading. I'm in the battle of the bulls and the bears. I am wanting to make my money, so I don't want to be doing other things to distract me from my mission. So I don't like to multitask when I'm doing my trades. I have another rule. If I'm not feeling 100% mentally, physically, emotionally, don't take the trade. Don't trade that day. If you're not feeling up to it, if your mind's not synced up and you're in that battle and you're trying to get those trades, I think it's a good idea. Take the day off and then wait until you are 100% emotionally, mentally, physically, and also as well financially. You don't want to make a trade when you're coming from that negative position and that negative mindset. You want everything to be at 100% capacity when you are doing your trades. I also only like to do 1 micro to 2 micro contracts per account when I'm doing my trades. Sorry, folks, I don't like to risk a lot of money to make a lot of money. I like to keep it under control because when losses do happen, which they do happen, I want to control my losses. And having a huge amount where it takes off about maybe half of my trading account balance does not sound good to me. So until I get to certain levels, there are certain benchmarks that you can improve on. Once you reach those levels, that's when I think it's okay to increase the amount of contracts or the contract size that you're looking to do when placing your trades. And the very last thing is because, well, I'm doing prop firms. One of the things that I like to do with my trading plan is I don't like to go above my levels until I either double my prop firm, pass my evaluations, and then have that first step met. That's when I'm going to start looking to increase the amount of contracts that I'd like to do. So if I double my account and I'm very happy with those results, that's when I'm going to go from maybe 1 to 2 micros to maybe 2 to 3 micros. I like to do it incrementally in steps, and I don't like to go from 0 to 100 when I'm setting up my trades. That's my trading plan. I look at that every single day. If there's things I need to modify, I'll modify it, but that is something that's in front of me every single trade that I place.